Hi everyone, I'm going to walk you through how you use the CIS MySQL server as part of your database course. We're going to talk about doing this from home. At the moment we're doing everything remote due to COVID. So I just wanted to make sure you have a video for reference purposes. So the first thing is you're going to need to be using the VMware Horizon client. Now, just to make sure if anybody's using one that they've used in a previous semester, you have to make sure that you have desktop.pccc.edu here, and if that's missing, you can click on New Server to install that. And then you would just type in desktop.pccc.edu. If you have desktop there, all you'd have to do is double click on it, and at this point you would log yourself into your student account. Now, for a student, you would log yourself in using the student's domain. I'm going to be using the PCCC domain because I am in a different domain than you are. But just make sure that you switch this to students and do not leave it at the default, which I believe might be adjuncts for you. So just make sure that that is students. And what you would do is you would put in your standard username and password, the same thing that you use to log into your portal account. And at that point, it'll bring up a list of available desktops. You should probably only have one or possibly a few. If you are taking other courses, you might have other entitlements. So just look for one that's labeled CIS regular desktop and double click on that. And that's going to take a few minutes to load here. I'm just going to resize this to a little bit of a more manageable size. And while that's loading, I'll just tell you what you're going to be looking for. On your desktop, there's going to be an icon called CIS, or I'm sorry, MySQL Workbench. And that's going to be what we're going to be looking for in order to open the application. Now, once we get there, we are going to have to log in again. And that's usually the point where people get caught. So let's take a look. Now, once you're actually logged in, you'll see that MySQL Workbench is going to be somewhere on your desktop, and that's going to be the program we use to test our database projects. So when you double click on this, it will bring up a little login menu, and what you're going to need to make sure that you do is you're going to have to type this exactly correctly. Once this runs, you'll have to make sure you type in students with an S with a backslash and whatever your username is going to be. Again, mine's going to be a little different, but this is what you'll need to do. The biggest mistakes people make is they use student rather than students. It does have to be plural. And the second thing is they use the incorrect slash, so please make sure that is the backslash, not the forward slash. So you'll see that mine is going to be very similar. Mine's going to be PCCC. Now, once that starts up, that'll log you into the MySQL Workbench tool. We have one more step that we need to take here, and you'll notice that over on the left-hand side of the screen, we do have this CIS MySQL database. And at this point, you would edit the connection and just type in your username. And once you do that, you should be able to test the connection and get a successful message pop up. And if you see this, you're able to go in, close out of this, and double click. And now you'll be able to go in and test your queries and whatever else you may be looking to do for that course. So hopefully this got you where you need to be. But again, that's going to be the steps. First, we have to log into the VMware. Secondly, we have to choose the desktop. Third, we click on the icon on our desktop. Fourth, we go on to the, we have to log into the correct domain, the student's backslash your username. And then fifth, we have to add our name to this default connection. So good luck, and of course, if you need help, talk to me or whoever is your professor for the class.